you. Fox 2 News at 6 starts now.
Everybody, and welcome to the HD show. When we're not on television, we're right here for you on fox2detroit.com and, of course, on our Facebook page. I'm Hilary Golston.
I'm Dave Spencer. It's 6 o'clock somewhere on this end to April. Here we are in the final weekend.
It's
2 more days.
6 o'clock here. How do you like that?
It's 6 o'clock right now. How about that?
All right.
Yeah, so we got a lot going on. I mean, we're talking a lot of gun violence, some efforts to curb that gun violence. So we'll get to all that right now. Right away.
Yeah, we have a heavy show for you, and of course we'll get you up to date on weather, but we're starting with a situation, some kind of police situation in Frenchtown Township. Apparently this started earlier this afternoon on North Stony Creek Road, not far from Dixie Highway. Now, we don't know exactly what happened, but our crew spotted the SWAT team at a middle school near the scene. We'll have more on this coming up tonight around 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I know our own Camille Mary is out there working that story for us right now, and we mentioned this right off the top, a violent holiday weekend in Detroit so far, including this, a 12-year-old boy recovering in the hospital after allegedly shooting himself. Detroit police say the boy found a gun inside his home on Sussex near Fenkel. That's on the west side of the city right around midnight. We're told he then shot himself accidentally. The child was taken to the hospital where his current condition is stable. DPD's child abuse unit is trying to figure out the moments leading up to the shot being fired. Now, if you can help give police information, you can call them directly or Crime Stoppers, 1-800-SPEAK-UP.
All right, a 50-year-old man shot and killed outside a home. This happened also on the west side of Detroit.
Yeah.
It was just before 10 p.m. Friday night on Monterey near Rosa Parks. Police don't have much to give us, no information on a suspect as of yet, but of course they're investigating this case. We'll bring you any updates as soon as we get them right here and on fox2detroit.com.
Yeah, shooting suspect arrested after firing shots at 2 people also in southwest Detroit. This stemmed from an argument just before 11 Friday night on Verner near Springwells. Police say a 24-year-old fired shots at another 24-year-old and a 23-year-old woman. Both of them are now recovering in the hospital. It's unclear what led up to that argument, but the 24-year-old suspect is accused of pulling the trigger, and he was eventually taken into custody, we're told.
And on the east side of Detroit, 2 men shot. Both ended up in the hospital because of it. Police believe it all started as some kind of argument at a home on Fleming near 6 Mile just after 11:30 Friday night. Both men apparently took out weapons and then fired at each other. One of them, we're told, is currently in critical condition. The other is in stable condition. All right, turning now to a story that has some tie to what we've been discussing, the right to carry arms. A town hall discussion was held in Novi today around the new gun laws, which went into effect back in February.
The state rep from Novi hosted this public meeting with the support of the Attorney General. It's all designed to answer questions about those new laws and clear up any perceived misconceptions about them. A panel of state lawmakers, along with the mother of a gun violence survivor and others, served on a panel to answer those questions from the public around red flag laws, which can prevent gun ownership, along with other laws that can provide law enforcement the ability to confiscate firearms if they can convince a judge that a situation they're in is currently dangerous. Now, those in favor of more gun rights for Michiganders were also on hand to make sure their voices were heard.
So we were able to share with the crowd how these are working and how we have actually been able to save some lives because of how we've written these laws.
These are people who act totally in bad faith when it comes to gun violence prevention and Second Amendment legislation, and I view it every single step is towards confiscating all the firearms.
And the people behind this town hall say they plan to take the questions and concerns from the public to Lansing as they work on other legislation aimed at gun violence protection. Parishioners pounded the pavement Friday to raise awareness about the impact of gun violence that it can have in communities for their annual Good Friday Walk Against Guns and Violence.
Yeah, there were a number of people with signs calling for change, and they turned out for the annual Walk Against Gun Violence, the roughly half-mile walk put on by Jesu Catholic Church, a very important Catholic church in northwest Detroit. That was on Oak Drive near Livernois. The theme for this year's event, We Are All Victims, aims to highlight the impact gun violence can have on families and communities. The walk started after one of their own was shot.
We started in 2015. One of our parishioners was shot, federal judge named Terrence Berg. And ever since then, every year at Good Friday, we've hosted a walk against gun violence. Carry signs through the neighborhood and just make a statement. It soon became apparent.
And a former Oxford High teacher who worked there when the shooting happened in 2021 spoke at last night's event. She's now part of the No Future Without Today event, a nonprofit started by students, teachers, and parents affected by the events of that day.
All right, turning to weather now. I mean, it was a good end of April day for me, I would think.
Yeah,
not bad.
Gosh, we had beautiful blue skies,
Yeah.
which we always love to see. Let's check in with our weather authority and meteorologist Stephanie Mead. Hey, Steph.
Yeah, today we actually fell a little short of our average high. We were at 44 degrees, the average at 52, and we did manage to see a few showers as well. As we woke up early this morning, light sprinkles kind of hung around through the day today, and we have a lot of low-lying clouds here. This is actually Detroit right now with temps in the middle 40s, and you can kind of see where that warm front is setting up just a little south of the state. So that warmer air situated mostly in central Illinois, central Indiana, and points southward where you see 60s and 70s. Unfortunately, we didn't make it out of the 40s today. We did see a few showers right now tracking its way over Canada. Additional thunderstorms right now out near Ohio, and you notice a few snow showers up near northern parts of the state here. So we do have that chance of seeing some low-lying clouds, some light moisture around well into this evening and overnight. And I think as a whole for Easter, we should remain dry with that chance of a lighter shower arriving during the evening hours. So a lot of your day festivities should be mainly dry. Lows tonight bottom out in the upper 30s, so kind of chilly. We'll see those temps fall through the overnight highs tomorrow. Top out low 50. Should be a drier day, but not bright by any means. We do see a lot of cloud cover through the day. Your Easter Sunday plans, if they do involve the outside, it will remain dry. It's going to be a little chilly though, so just be sure to have the coat ready to go, especially for any Easter egg hunts. Mostly dry for the first half of the day, and then our next chance for rain arriving during the evening hours. So we do have a large window of dry time during the day tomorrow. Next chance for rain arriving on Monday. Now we have a couple of systems that will impact us for the first half of the work week, so very active for us here. First showers for us during the day on Monday. Tuesday, second system here arrives. This is going to bring mainly rain, and then potentially as we head through the middle part of the work week, there might be an opportunity for a light wintry mix, especially as we head through the day late Wednesday into early Thursday, but we're not looking at any accumulation with that as of right now. Otherwise, the extended forecast shows numbers mainly in the 50s to start. We drop into the 40s through the middle part of the work week, and then by the end of the week, we do begin to dry out. Friday is opening day for the Tigers. It is looking dry. Temperatures, though, might be a tad chilly, so just bring the jacket if you do have any plans to head out to watch the game Friday. 49 degrees, and then by next weekend, we could be talking temps in the mid-50s for a lot of spots, possibly in the 60s as we start off April next week. Back to you guys. Oh, don't forget, you can always get the latest forecast by checking the Fox 2 weather app. Download it for free in the App Store or Google Play. Now back to you guys.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, I never forget, Stephanie. Thank you for that. Chaos and fear in Warren after a dangerous fugitive was met by gunfire by police.
Yeah, it all unfolded very quickly, and in the end, several officers were hurt, but they got their guy. Fox 2's Jessica Dupnack breaks it all down for us.
First off, 3 members of that fugitive task force were hurt, suffering a variety of injuries as they were dragged by the suspect who tried to get away in his car. It was all caught on video.
People have to take off.
It happened so fast. A closer look, you can see federal agents, one on the passenger side, getting dragged as this fugitive tries to speed off, smashing into a room at the Days Inn Hotel in Warren with 2 kids inside the room. This viewer video starts with members of an elite fugitive task force known as DFAT chasing Carl Emerson Travis on foot. He's able to get into that $100,000 Mercedes and into reverse. We're told at least 2 shots were fired by law enforcement. No one was struck. The suspect, 52-year-old Travis, not hurt, but 3 members of the task force were. They are expected to recover. Travis taken into custody Friday afternoon. He is a frequent flyer here on Fox 2. You might remember this 26-mile chase with police starting in Van Buren Township summer 2022. Dashcam footage shows he was trying to run after allegedly assaulting his ex-wife, dragging her by the hair into his SUV. She had a personal protection order against him. That chase eventually ended in Detroit at I-94 in Trumbull when he crashed. He tried to run even after being tased but was caught. Charged with 6 felonies, he posted bond of $25,000, then never showed up to court. On the run ever since, making a name as a fugitive. It's unclear how many new charges Carl Travis will rack up. I'd imagine this time around, bond will be much higher. Jessica Dupnack, Fox 2 News.
The Oakland County Sheriff called it a sophisticated crime ring targeting upscale homes in Oakland County, and apparently there might be some evidence that these people are at it again.
Pretty brazen stuff. This is a story we've been following for months, and they do it without any fear of any repercussion. They know that the cameras are there. They know that they're watching. Well, now investigators seem to have made several arrests, and as Fox 2's Amy Lang explains, in the last few days, though, at least 4 homes have been targeted by various communities around Oakland County.
Clearly, I think they're back.
Oakland County Sheriff Michael Bouchard sounding the alarms again about the international crime ring targeting high-end homes in Oakland County.
In the last 3 or 4 days, we've had a number of super similar, what we call MOs. The homes empty, very large upscale homes, backed up to areas with little or no observation from neighbors.
Properties that back up to the woods or a golf course where a team of burglars can go undetected. Months ago, the sheriff formed a task force and caught 7 people from Chile who'd been breaking in and getting away with millions. $800,000 in jewelry and cash from one home alone.
The Chilean gangs have been hitting us very hard. Cash, jewelry, very high-end purses, that's pretty much the target. They're super well trained when they get here, highly organized. They look like ninjas. They're all masked up, gloves. They each have a backpack with their particular set of tools for their job in the burglary.
Even using a jammer on wireless alarms, the sheriff recommends hardwiring your alarm system and be sure to turn it on. The sheriff says make sure you have your local police department's non-emergency number programmed into your phone. It can make all the difference, especially if you're out of town.
If you happen to be in Florida and your camera system alerts you to motion inside your kitchen, but for whatever reason your alarm wasn't set or didn't go off, and you dial 911, it's going to go to Florida. So now they're going to try to figure out how to transfer it.
Bouchard says that actually happened, and the victim wasn't able to get connected to the police department where their home was located. The sheriff also says don't post on social media.
A lot of people post a selfie, on my way to Florida for 2 weeks. Well, now you've just told the whole world I'm leaving town. Even if it's not these high-end folks, there's a lot of people that troll Facebook and Twitter and social media, and you've just told everybody your house is empty.
Bouchard says no specific location is being targeted. Instead, it's the type of house. Last time they hit Farmington Hills, Novi, Birmingham, Bloomfield, Franklin, and Oakland Township. All of those arrested had come to the U.S. through a visa waiver program. Bouchard says changes need to be made.
All the intelligence estimates that just from Chile, we have 100+ teams in operation right now in America, teams of 4 to 6. What we encourage Washington to do is stop the visa waiver program right now for Chile. And that doesn't mean they can't visit, but they just have to get a regular visa, which comes with a little more scrutiny.
In Pontiac, Amy Lang, Fox 2 News.
And clearly, by the video, they know exactly what they're doing. Mm-hmm. They probably know that that home has surveillance cameras, and they just don't care. They're after what they're after.
Well, when we talked to the sheriff like some 6 months ago, before they had any suspects, even that they were willing to divulge to us, they told us, the entire sheriff's department, his entire team, that they had been looking at this potential ring in other states as well, and that it's tied to illegal border crossings, according to the sheriff and his investigator. So it's a tricky situation because when we as the media don't know exactly who we're talking about until there is an arrest, hard to pin down who these people are. Are they bringing in additional assets also? Maybe folks who are crossing state lines, et cetera, maybe going back across the border and coming back to the country. So very difficult to pin down.
Yeah, we just hope it comes to an end somehow, some way. All right, well, that's going to do it for us today at 6. I know we got a lot of things that we're working on for 10 o'clock, including that update on that barricaded situation that we brought you at the top.
Yeah, we know Camille Amiri is working on that as we speak, and I'm sure she'll have some resolution for us on exactly what happened there, as much as she can tell us, according to what authorities are telling her. We'll bring it to you all tonight, just around 10 o'clock. We'll see you then.
Baseball. Have a great night, everyone.
Bye.